watchers. Is that you? Are you guys the watchers? Am I the watcher? Who's watching who here? I don't know. I guess there's a little bit of conversation about that in the movie too. But let's see what this one is about, and then we'll maybe try to sort this out. A young artist gets stranded in an extensive, immaculate forest in Western Ireland, where after finding shelter, she becomes trapped alongside three strangers, stalked by mysterious creatures each night. Yeah, mysterious indeed, and lots of mystery here. Yeah, this is a new one by M. Night, and as soon as you say M. Night, we know it's hit or miss. We know there's going to be something weird. We never know what to expect. Definitely for me, a lot of his films are hit or miss. Either I really like it or it's really weird, and I'm just like, what the hell did I just watch? I didn't like that. So certainly, definitely have that here. This is a new one, and I guess there are some twists and turns, so I will keep this as spoiler-free as possible. Definitely some twists and turns at the end, and I'll kind of leave that for you guys to see. I won't get into that. As far as, the movie here, yeah, we do get a young woman here. You're going to learn a little bit about her at the beginning of the movie, before she basically ends up in this forest. And weirdly enough, she has a bird with her, and she's traveling with the bird. I think she's traveling to see her sister she hasn't seen in a long time. She has family issues. She has issues with her sister. You'll learn a little bit about those, and some of those issues become more important than others as the film kind of rolls on. So you will get some flashbacks and memories from her, and learn a little bit about that. And yeah, oddly enough, she has this bird. And bird is with her in this voyage as well. So yeah, she kind of ends out here in the woods. She gets out of the car, always a bad mistake. Wanders off and really can't find her way back to the car. And before she knows it, has stumbled into this part of the forest where you shouldn't be. And one of these strangers kind of pulls her in and gets her inside this building or this home or whatever, before night really kind of falls. And because if you're outside, these mysterious creatures are going to do bad things to you. And, we already see it kind of at the beginning, them do bad things to somebody already. So, there's something out there, and there's something not good. It jumps right into the weirdness as they kind of bring her in, and then they all have to stand in front of this window and kind of look out. And this other woman who's a little bit older here is going to do a lot of the explaining, and she's kind of the lead of this group here. And, she's kind of just like, hey, just for right this second, just do what, you need to do what, we're doing, and kind of just, save the questions for a little bit later. So they kind of get over this moment and through this moment. And then, as the next day kind of unfolds, we're, this young woman, along with us, the audience, are going to learn a little bit more about the Watchers, what the hell is going on in this home, who these people are, and what's happening here. And as it goes, there's some rules, obviously some rules to kind of stay safe, rules to be in the forest. It's kind of one of those things where during the day they can kind of go there and whatever, but by nighttime they got to make it back. You can't pass certain boundaries, you can't go to certain places, and all this weirdness. And that's basically the best way to explain it. It is a strange situation and strange rules, and it's just a bunch of weird, strange things happening here as this goes. Obviously, she might be a little bit of doing some rule breaking. Obviously, the group is being tested by how long they've been there. Obviously, with this new person, maybe some new stuff is going to be uncovered here. And, things about, the Watchers, about the group, about, whatever the hell, really the weirdness that is happening here, and so forth. And then you're going to just have to find out whether they can make their way out of this situation or not. Now, I guess that's the kind of gist of it. I don't even think I can explain it any better. So it is just how he came up with this idea. It is odd. I'm all in favor of saying that we're being watched because, at this point, I think, kind of like with The Simpsons where the aliens were watching us and we're really the big, dumb reality show that is, I'm all for that theory with the way things are going. So to have people watching and whatever, I can go with that. But this is definitely a awkward situation, a weird situation, a situation that's also a little bit dangerous and so forth. We'll get little bit glimpses of these creatures and what they are and what they do. Later, you will find out more specifically about them. There's a history there of the creatures and what they're doing and why they're doing it and whatever. So you will find that out. So I think they do fill in those blanks, pretty well. It is still weird, at least at the beginning when they are doing this whole watching thing. But you will find out the reasons why and whatever. So I didn't think it was one of those M. Night movies where they completely leaves you out there on an island and you're completely like, what the hell was going on here? Kind of like The Happening, like what, and they try to fill in the blanks in that one, but I mean, still, like, what really happened? Nothing happened, really. I mean, we saw some good death, whatever, it's not a review of The Happening. Still have issues there. But yeah, I think, they kind of fill it in. It is weird. I was like, yeah, okay. Not really what I expected. And it almost became, the whole watching thing kind of seemed new and different or whatever. But then when the explanation happens and you kind of find out more about the creatures or whatever, then I felt like I've already kind of seen this or knew this or whatever. And then it didn't seem so different. Still weird, but didn't seem as different. And not all M. Night movies have I been able to kind of guess or kind of assume what was going to happen next. And like I said, there are going to be some twists and turns, and I'm pretty happy with myself that I kind of figured out I took a guess and kind of thought maybe, some of that was going to happen. Now, I don't know if it was that well hidden. Maybe for those who have already seen it, you guys also figured it out. Took a guess at it like I did and was kind of like, oh, okay, that happened, and I thought that might happen. So, I don't know how impressive or not that is. I take a little bit of it because it's an M. Night movie, and not all the time do I know what the hell he's doing. So I was a little bit happy there. So, yeah, there are twists and turns. You may or may not figure it out along the way. So, that is a good thing or is a bad thing. To me, I was a little disappointed that I figured it out and whatever. It does kind of set up for a little bit of an exciting ending, not hugely whatever, but it was okay. And I will say, what is it, Dakota Fanning, right? It's been a long time since I've seen her. She does a pretty good job in the movie. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen her in a movie, but she usually does a good job. So it's pretty. Good to see her again, back at it. She, like I said, she's good, and a little odd, to see her so much older now. And, we've seen her since she's really young, so it is odd. And then the woman who plays the older woman here, I don't want to butcher her last name or whatever, so I'm not going to get into it, but she does a really good job as well. So at least the acting in this movie is pretty good, and that's probably one of the best things I can say about it. And yeah, I'm not going to say a whole bunch about this movie, other than it is the Watchers, and I watched it and so forth. Yeah, so I've kind of seen some of the response, and it's kind of been the same way, kind of a mixed review. There are things that people liked, things that people didn't like. And, and again, that's kind of the way it is with M. Night. I don't think this is going to be one of his best movies. This is not going to be one of his worst movies. I think this is going to kind of stumble and kind of be maybe one of those middle-of-the-pack movies where, and again, it seemed to happen and come a lot, kind of quickly. Like, there was some talk about it and, showing the trailer or whatever. Then it, maybe not so much. And then just before it came out, it seemed, I even was like, oh, this movie's out already? So I kind of didn't even catch that it was already out already. So, yeah, and so with kind of how that happened and how the movie kind of came out, and after watching it, yeah, I think that this is going to be a middle-of-the-pack movie for him. He's got another one coming out this year, Trapped. That certainly looks interesting. I wonder, where the direction of that one is going to be. Kind of see the setup there. So might even be a little bit more interested in that one than this one. So yeah, I say the best thing about this is the acting is pretty good. Where it eventually goes and the whole twist in it, whatever. He didn't really surprise me or fool me, so I was a little disappointed in that, or at least had me like, what the hell? Certainly, maybe what the hell was the whole, watching part. Maybe if they would have stuck more to that and kind of gone in a different direction, maybe it would have been a little more intriguing there. I don't know. But yeah, kind of middle of the pack there. I'll admit that this is not going to make for the best review either, because I don't really want to spoil it, and I don't really have a lot to say about it. I just wanted to do it because it is M. Night, and I continue of maybe one day to do a ranking of his. I didn't know I could do that. That is just insane, because like to me, his career kind of did it in reverse. You kind of think that you kind of make your way up. To me, he kind of started up here, and kind of went there, and and then now he's just kind of doing the up and down thing. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But yeah, so with all that, I think I'm just gonna give this one 2 pools of blood. Starts off strange and weird and kind of interesting, but then became kind of predictable and whatever, but certainly some good acting in it. Besides Dakota and this other woman, the other 2 individuals who are really focused on this movie, they also do a good job as well. And the other girl we've seen, what is she? I don't know, whatever. I'm pretty sure we've seen her in something else. I recognize her, whatever. You guys probably know. But yeah, they did a good job as well. So definitely strong suit of that. Not really a huge blood and guts movie either. If that I like to mention that. It's not a slasher. Not really into that either. Although there is 1 or 2 deaths here to come. So yeah, so again, 2 pools of blood, and that is out of 5, and that's pretty much all I got for the watchers. So with that, horrorreviews.blogspot.com is where you can find all of my reviews, written and video. But definitely, if you're just interested in the video reviews, you can like, subscribe, and do everything that everybody wants to do here on the wonderful place of YouTube. If not, no worries, it is okay. You can also join me in the wonderful place of Twitter and Facebook and watch me there, or listen to me, or whatever, watch what I write. I don't know, I'm watching the pictures. Lots of watching can be done there as well. And definitely in the comment section, maybe not watch, but please put your feelings on this movie, and maybe even where it kind of ranks for you in the M. Night world of movies, of really good ones, really bad ones, and some just down outright strange ones. Yeah, so with that, hopefully you'll be watching the next review, and I'll catch you on the next review, horror fans.